So am I gonna switch from the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra to the Google Pixel Pro 9 XL? And the answer to that question is going to be the truth is gonna hurt a lot of people. Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra and the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Now both of these phones are flagship phones. One is from Samsung, one is from Google. Google has upped their game. Their Pixel smartphones are no longer $900, they're no longer $800. This thing right here is $1,200, okay? So that's a premium price tag compared to the S24 Ultra, which is $1,300. That means there are some enhancements on the Pixel 9 Pro XL that bring it to that upper level where it can compete with the S24 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max directly without any compromises. So of course, some people are thinking about switching to the Pixel 9 Pro from the S24 Ultra, and in this video, I want to tell you guys whether or not I am switching from the S24 Ultra to the Pixel Pro 9 XL. I have made a decision and I want to share with you guys why I am making that decision. So let's dive in and get started right away. I do want to compare every possible aspect of these smartphones to give you a clear idea of why or why not I'm switching. So first and foremost, I'm gonna go over a bunch of similarities between these two smartphones. And there's a lot of similarities with some nuances, but I do want to talk about those, and then we'll talk about the differences, the advantages of one over the other. So when it comes to similarities, one thing that is new with the Pixel 9 Pro XL is the overall build quality. It does now have Gorilla Glass Victus 2 as its construction, both on the rear and the front, with a strong, solid aluminum frame around the edges. The S24 Ultra does have a slightly better build quality. We have a titanium frame around the edges. We do have Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the rear, but we have an improved Gorilla Glass armor in the front. But regardless, the Victus 2 itself is a premium build situation, so the Pixel definitely has upped their game when it comes to the overall quality and the overall machining of the device. It looks beautiful, machined with perfection. In the previous Pixel phones, even though they felt really great, they didn't seem to be machined to perfection. When you look at this phone, when you hold this phone in your hands, it just feels like $1 million, just like the S24 Ultra, but S24 Ultra is slightly more better because of the titanium and the Gorilla Glass armor on the front. I'm also more of a fan of the matte finish on the S24 Ultra, which looks more premium. It attracts less fingerprint smudges compared to the shiny build on the Pixel, which I'm not sure why they did that. The rear should be matte and the sides should be matte. So hopefully Pixel 10 will have a matte finish around the frame. The next thing I want to talk about is the display. So the Pixel 9 Pro XL has a peak brightness of 3000 nits. The S24 Ultra has a peak brightness of 2600 nits. So on paper, the Pixel is actually brighter. Now let me take these phones outside and show them to you side by side so you can see what's going on with the actual display brightness and the outdoor visibility. All right, so we are outside and we have them set to adaptive brightness, and you can see both of these phones are in fact quite visible with no problems. Now the one thing I want to let you guys know, you can probably tell by looking at these phones as I move around, is the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra has that non-reflective display with the coating, but the Pixel doesn't. So the Pixel is going to produce more reflection as opposed to the S24 Ultra. So personally, I prefer the S24 Ultra in that respect. But as far as outdoor visibility is concerned, no problem at all. But I do have to say, as I'm moving around, the adaptive brightness on the S24 Ultra is behaving better, and I'm getting better visibility in different conditions. So here, the adaptive brightness on the Pixel has gone down. The S24 Ultra is still much more visible, and this is all automatic, okay? So I do like these sensors that are built into the S24 Ultra that sense the ambient lighting and modify the adaptive brightness. Let's go to a more bright area and see what it looks like at the maximum. Maxed out brightness, manually maxed out to the brightest setting, and you can see them side by side. Both of them look very clear, very visible. The one advantage the S24 Ultra has is it's not as reflective as the Pixel 9 Pro XL because of the coating on the display. But other than that, both of the displays are very visible. The next thing that we have the same is both of these phones have IP68 water resistance, which is a must in a flagship phone. And both of these phones also have wireless charging and, my favorite, reverse wireless charging, so you can charge other products like accessories, the Galaxy Buds or the Pixel Buds on the back of these devices, which is very convenient if your battery dies on the go on your buds or whatever. So that's a great feature, and both smartphones have that feature. And of course, both of these smartphones have stereo speakers. Though I do have to say the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra has a slight edge in the quality of sound it produces. But on the other hand, they're both very loud speakers. Now I do want to talk about the processing power. So the processing power on the S24 Ultra is higher than the Google Pixel Pro. If you look at these Geekbench scores, the S24 Ultra is 13% faster in single-core performance and over 40% faster in the multi-core performance. Is that going to make a huge difference in real life? Yes, it is. If you were to shoot a video on your phones, and then if you try to edit that video on either one of these phones, the S24 Ultra is going to process the video file faster. So it does make a difference based on use. For everyday tasks like browsing, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, watching movies, playing a bunch of games, you're not going to see a huge difference in performance. But when you do specific process-intensive tasks, you are going to see a difference. But I do want to mention one thing that is a little bit disappointing on the Samsung side. Samsung has 12 gigabytes of RAM maximum. The Google Pixel Pro has 16 gigabytes of RAM standard. But then again, there's another thing where Samsung wins, and that's the speed of the actual hard drive, the solid state drive on these phones. The S24 Ultra is considerably faster than Google Pixel Pro XL. All these things, the faster processor, the faster storage speed, makes the S24 Ultra a faster phone when you're doing the extreme stuff. So that's something to keep in mind with the process. Now, one more thing I really like that the Pixel did was the fact that they upgraded the under-display fingerprint sensor, which is now more secure and more faster. It is now an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, just like the S24 Ultra, as opposed to the cheaper versions, which is an optical sensor that the older Pixel phones had. Now we have an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, so in that respect, they are at the same level. Again, I'm glad that Google did not cheap out on this. They increased the price, but they also are giving us better internals for basic things like the fingerprint scanners. Again, it's going to be faster, more secure. It's a 3D scanner as opposed to 2D scanner. That is what you get with the optical sensors. So that's great news. Now, when it comes to the battery, they both have 5,000 milliamp hour batteries. And based on my initial testing, which is not that deep to be honest, they do seem to be very similar. In the battery category, these are just the initial impressions. Now, S24 Ultra did yield a few extra minutes of extra battery life, but nothing dramatic. It does, however, charge faster than the Pixel from a dead battery. S24 Ultra can charge from dead to 100 in 1 hour. Pixel took around 1 hour and 17 minutes. Though interestingly, if you charge for 30 minutes straight on either phone from a dead battery, you get approximately the same amount of charge at around 65%. But the S24 Ultra ends up charging faster to 100%. Now, there's a couple things that the S24 Ultra has that the Pixel simply doesn't have. In fact, many other phones in the world don't have. And that is the S Pen. And S Pen has been around for a long time. People forget what a powerful tool it is. It is a multi-dimensional tool. You can take notes, you can sketch, you can even create a masterpiece if you have the skill to do so. And also, it is a Bluetooth S Pen, so it can be used as a remote control to control your phone from a distance. So I can use it to take photos with the S Pen remotely. I can use the S Pen to do slideshows. I can go from one slide to the next slide or one photo to the next photo. I can also play and pause music, and all that good stuff can be done with the S Pen. It is a multi-dimensional, feature-rich tool that the S24 Ultra has and the Pixel doesn't. So if that's something you use, then you cannot switch to the Pixel. And as you know, the S24 Ultra is $100 more expensive. But that S Pen feature alone makes up for that $100 difference. So S Pen is a very special point when it comes to comparing and deciding between the two based on your needs. And of course, one more thing I want to mention that might be important to some people. It is important to me. So the S24 Ultra has a deeper layer of customization. So basically, as an example, very simple example, I can create an empty home screen on the S24 Ultra, and that allows me to show off to myself, of course, a gorgeous wallpaper that I like. With the Pixel, I cannot have a blank home page. I do not understand why that is the case. It's Android, it's supposed to be customizable. Give me the option to add a blank home screen page to showcase my wallpaper. There is a lot of customization on both of these phones. Obviously, it's Android and Android. You have the AI wallpapers you can use to create wallpapers on the fly. You can add these color themes to your phone. You can modify the lock screens and make them personalized to your taste. But when it comes to deeper customization, only S24 Ultra gets the job done. I can customize every aspect of the S24 Ultra, both by using built-in tools and also by using the Good Lock application, which is a native Samsung application that basically lets me customize any nook and cranny of this phone. So higher levels of customization, but there is a little benefit to the Pixel by not having all that customization. It does feel a little bit more smooth and consistent overall when it comes to animations, just sliding through stuff. It feels more like an iPhone. Now, when it comes to the camera, both of these phones actually have amazing cameras. One thing I'll let you know is when you use the Pixel cameras, you're looking more at post-processing. So you take a photo and the Pixel software does a lot of post-processing to make that picture perfect. With the S24 Ultra, there's less post-processing, but regardless, the results from both of these phones is quite amazing. For the average consumer, whether you get the S24 Ultra or the Pixel, you will get the same overall satisfaction. I can say with confidence that these are both flagship cameras. All right, so we have looked at just about everything. So am I gonna switch from the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra to the Google Pixel Pro 9 XL? And the answer to that question is going to be no. Now, why is that? The Pixel 9 Pro XL is an amazing phone. It is a flagship phone. There's a lot of upgrades, fantastic cameras, beautiful display, nice build quality. Basically, there's no compromises on this phone anymore. But the thing is, the S24 Ultra simply has more. It's got the S Pen. It's got the slightly better build quality. It's got better customization. It does have a faster processor and faster storage. So for $100 more, which I think is not a huge difference in price, you are getting some good stuff with the S24 Ultra that fit my needs and doesn't allow me to switch to the Google Pixel Pro XL, because if I switch, I am losing features that I use on a daily basis. So then why would I switch? So that's my conclusion. Let me know what you guys think. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. Guys, for now, have a fantastic day.